Hey everyone, how's it going? Alex here, another Friday, another free device from Isotonic Studios for their 17 weeks of Christmas giveaway campaign now. Today I'm looking at Asteroids. All the links are in the description as to how you can get hold of this device. I have the description open on the product page for Asteroids at isotonicstudios.com. Asteroids is a MaxforLive generative sequencer that can be used on its own or integrated with Ableton Live supported controllers. Designed and created by Ableton certified trainer Mark Towers, the device takes its inspiration from the hours spent spinning the circular dial and hitting the boost button to avoid the oncoming space rocks, then layering them into oblivion. So that's quite an exciting concept for this. And if you know my stuff and you've seen some of the other demos I've done for the Isotonic Max devices, I've really liked stuff like particularly like Dylan Baston's ideas where extra musical ideas are brought into the door and used to inspire kind of new creative tools. And Asteroids is just like that. Essentially, and I have it open here in Ableton, you have a set of sequencers that can be set to run in a number of kind of horizontal and vertical configurations. And when they collide, when these asteroids collide, they spit out a MIDI note. You can lock these to scale and you can create your own scales and you can randomize things like the velocity, and you can also implement chants as to whether or not anything is actually played. You can change the length of the notes that spat out. Let's give it a listen. I've just got it on analog. I'm just gonna get rid of myself and program a kind of little, just play this in on the keyboard, just get something that's quite plucky. Nice, that'll probably do, maybe. I really like the error function on this. Maybe turn that up to like, get some like tuning error. It's pretty cool. Just got a single oscillator here. Nice. And let's start seeing if we can get some MIDI being spat out of Asteroids. I'm probably going to try and make a kind of track with this device. That's kind of how I like to test anything in context. So there are various global controls here. You can choose to control. We have a look at the help info view. You've got single mode, link, and global. Single deactivates the global controls. All asteroids will be controlled independently. Link changes made via the global controls will update the matching controls per asteroid section. And global deactivates individual control of asteroid sections. Global controls directly affect the asteroids. So what you'll see is when I press the transport, we're going to start having these sequences running. There we go. They're all running in the same way. So if I start changing the direction, you'll see they start crossing over. And let's make this one here. Maybe if we check, you can change the timing. So it's going to be moving at a faster rate. You're going to get more notes being played. The rhythmic division, if you like. And maybe let's introduce another one. And we'll change the kind of grid on this one. I'll turn this off. You're going to see it's going to be going up and down. Classic. This kind of moves along like the asteroids. Snake. Kind of reminds me of the Nokia game. So you're going to get different kind of generative things happening. Maybe we can make this 4, move slower. You know, a little bit of delay. Maybe if we slow the tempo down here to like 1. Maybe speed this one up. Lovely. Brilliant. You can change it's worth talking about the scale functions, as you can kind of change the scales that Asteroids will lock to and the tonic of the scale. So maybe we want something like minor pentatonic, maybe we'll work in F or something. And this, I believe this kind of allows you to, it just determines the range of the scale, determines the range of semitones being generated. If set for 5 to 5, for example, in the scale of C major, the first 5 semitones will be used starting from C and in the C major scale. Maximum range values will change depending on which scale is selected. So pentatonic is a 5-note scale. We could bump this up to maybe, let's put 9. So we've got some higher notes coming in now. Now, lovely. The velocity at the moment is consistent. So if this random slider here will start to randomize the velocity, so we'll get some more like human playing. Nice. Then we have a chance control. So this is up full at the moment. You can pull this right down and you're going to get less notes happening. Let's introduce another thing, spiral maybe. Okay. And you can map the chance to a macro knob, which is pretty cool. We also have length, which is going to change the length of the MIDI note that's being spat out. Sets the length of all notes generated when in keys mode. We'll come on to modes in a bit. Just got to pull up the sustain on this. Oh yeah, lovely. Maybe I can mess around with the velocity. Because you have these random velocities being spat out, you can use those to kind of trigger different parameters in here. You could do it, for instance, with the filter. So the filter envelope can change with the. I'm going to set it to legato mode and maybe try this. Let's put this back to how it was. Let's turn up the random to full. Turn up the envelope a bit more. Turn this back down to 6 then. Yeah, lovely. Turn up that chance full again. Cool. Okay, so that kind of gives you like a bit of an overview of the basic functions of this and what it's doing. Now I'm going to just talk about this. It's kind of got this ghost machine section, which kind of is almost like a note echo, a MIDI note echo, and this is pretty cool. For well, if I just switch it on, you're going to hear this coming into effect. And you're going to see this in the little grid. It'll be like the purple asteroids that appear after the main asteroid collision has happened. There we go. See them dotting up here and there. Now, of course, you can change. You can increase the chance of these happening when an asteroid collision takes place, and I believe this random slider. I think the randomization increases where they happen in the grid and which kind of note or pitch they trigger. You can also set these kind of how far away they are from the note where the ghost has happened. Yeah. Or right next to it, and this random feature as well. Maybe increase the length of these. And kind of the rhythmic division at which they occur. So, as well as the octave, so you could have these happening a lot higher. Turn off legato mode. Maybe drop this down to 0 again. Maybe drop the envelope down a bit. Increase the decay. Increase the length a bit. Yeah, lovely. So it's kind of like instant, kind of plinky plonk. Ambient stuff. So now let's look at using it with some drums. Now this is quite a cool feature, and one that I haven't used that much in the past until I was rehearsing with this. So let's just load up something kind of quite like a 505 or something maybe. Maybe we want something like a 606. You know, something a bit more. I'll just go for clean, and let's pull in Asteroids. Okay, I'm going to set this to drums mode now. Now this kind of changes the controls slightly. It's going to be working with the MIDI here you can see the notes C1 right up through to G1. So that, if we look at our drum machine, we can see that takes us up to this tom low. Now you can change this. You can change which drums it's going to affect here. This kind of overrides what's happening in the scale function. You also have kind of a chant and the random velocity appearing in these sliders here. This is where this section comes into play as well, which is the static capability. You can actually start putting in these fixed points in static mode that will almost like a fixed asteroids that's got stuck. So each of the lanes represents a different kind of MIDI note. So the first will be the kick. Okay, you can hear the kick happening. Quite nice. Maybe if you made this faster. Drawing in another fixed note. Make the velocity 100% and the chance will then, if you reduce the chance of the kick. Oh, it's not always going to play when it interacts with that asteroid. Let's bring in a maybe draw in some other notes. Change the mode here. Spiral. Increase the rhythmic division. I think I want to go for the hi-hat, which is F#1. So that's sequencer 7. Nice. Chaos. You can turn the static mode off and you'll hear what happens. So less notes being played because they're only playing when they interact. Turn off static, sorry. That's quite cool. You can turn that on and off, and you're going to get kind of different patterns generated. It's a bit less hectic with. Maybe just try and introduce a bass line. Again, use Asteroids. Pull that in here. Maybe this is something I could do on an FM bass. Just program something in on operator. Maybe this is a good chance to. You have a kind of randomize function here that can be used in global mode, which is just going to randomize you. They're all going to move in the same way. In link mode, this will override. Let's just make sure we've got the right scale going on. We're at F minor, pentatonic. I mean, F minor Dorian might work. With that, let's give this a try and we'll drop the octave range of the whole thing. Let us program in something, shall we? Let's make some longer things going on here. Change this to be a dotted eighth note, dotted crotchet, a quaver even. Let's increase the range on here, and operator's pretty good for. We could change the. I'm going to pull down the velocity on the amplitude and increase it on the time. So we should now start to hear this. Maybe we can use a bit of envelope as well. Nice. Increase that glide a bit. You've also got the velocity controls in the routing section of operator that can be, mapped or can be triggered by random velocity. So tone and time are quite good for this. So let's pull this. We're going to increase this right up to the maximum random. These are. Let's introduce that ghost machine as well. Put that an octave up. Yeah. Reduce the chance. Lovely. Introduce a bit of room reverb or something. So we'll just do one more, like a pad sound using Asteroids, and let's use operator for that again. In fact, let's use Wavetable because we could probably do some interesting things again with the velocity. And we're going to make this move a lot slower, this one, and I think I'm going to use the kind of the link controls for this. Let's just turn the first. You can obviously turn them on, kind of, doesn't have to be sequential for them to work. So I want the length to be full up on this. Let's make them random, shall we? Maybe even slower. Okay, I'll make this polyphonic. Let's introduce some unison. And maybe we can do some kind of filter envelope going on. Just change the scale again. Let's do minor pentatonic. Just keep it simple for demo purposes. F minor, and maybe we want something a bit higher for this. Let's introduce the ghost. Why don't we put on static mode as well? I mean, we have just got a sine at the moment. Maybe we could change the. Let's just get something like. Well, let's just turn it up to a saw wave. Why don't we go for classic and introduce some pull the volume down a bit. I'm going to do some pulse width modulation. I'm just going a bit slower. Turn off re-trigger. Change this. Do something with the wavetable as well. Make the position move, maybe. Let's increase the release on the amplitude envelope. Use the sub. Just going to map the frequency to this, sorry, the amplitude to this envelope as well. What I could do is actually introduce it on here. Sorry, I don't want to be doing that. I want to be doing it on the filter frequency. Okay, and we'll pull up the. That's better. I'm just going to introduce some kind of notch filtering going on in here. Maybe in the second LFO. Okay, and let's have it in the multi-polyphonic expression as well. You can also map the you can map things to the velocity here. So I don't know, maybe we could do something. Let's see, randomize the velocity. Pulse width as well. Why not? Take that down. Lovely, and I'm just going to demo what I normally do with like pads of this nature, which is kind of, let's get some reverb going in here. Ableton stock reverb. Maybe low cut. Perfectly acceptable. And there we have it, a nice kind of generative set. Generative ideas are being spat out by Asteroids. I would encourage you to kind of map some of the chance controls to and just have a jam with it. You can just turn the sequences on and off in the drums. Yeah, great. So have some fun with Asteroids. Go and download it now. All the links in the description as to where you can get it. If you're sub to the Isotonic mailing list, then you'll get it in your inbox. Follow the link, download it, and have some fun. I've been Alex. Thanks very much for watching.